Something is happening at Walmart right now that most shoppers are completely missing. You walk in, you grab your usual items, you check out, and the total feels a little higher than it should, but the packages look the same, the labels look the same, nothing seems different, except everything is different. What I'm about to share with you is something the retail industry does not want talked about loudly. Quiet reformulations, silent size reductions, products that cost more but deliver less. And 12 specific items at Walmart that are already shrinking in 2026. Some of them things you buy every single week. I've been tracking this for months, talking to people inside the supply chain, watching the unit pricing shift in real time. And what I found genuinely surprised me. You won't believe number 7. I'm still thinking about it. If you're someone who shops for your family, stocks a pantry, or just try to stretch a grocery budget in a year where every dollar matters, you need to watch this entire video because the window to get ahead of this is closing. Hit subscribe right now if you haven't already. I put out videos like this every week, and I don't want you to miss the next one. Let's get into it. Before we start, I want to be clear about something. This is not panic. This is not fear. This is practical information that smart households use to protect their budgets. Shrinkflation is real. It's been documented by economists, tracked by consumer watchdog groups, and confirmed by the data inside retail pricing systems. When a company can't raise the sticker price without losing customers, they shrink the product instead. Less coffee in the same can, fewer ounces in the same bottle, a shorter roll, a lighter bag. You pay the same, you get less, and most people never notice. That's what we're talking about today. 12 Walmart groceries that are quietly shrinking in 2026. And what you should do about it right now. Let's start with something almost everyone buys. Product number 1 is ground coffee. This one hits hard because it's a daily staple. It's the thing you reach for before you're even fully awake. And the shrinkflation here has been steady and aggressive over the past 2 years. The standard container of Folgers Classic Roast used to be 51 ounces. Then it went to 43.5 ounces, then to 40.3 ounces. Today, you'll find common configurations at Walmart sitting between 30 and 38 ounces, depending on the roast. And the price hasn't moved down proportionally at all. A source connected to wholesale distribution recently noted that coffee green bean costs remain elevated due to ongoing production pressures in Brazil and Vietnam, and that further net weight reductions are likely before year end. I personally went and bought 4 of the 30.5 ounce canisters of a mid-tier ground coffee last month. Total came to just under $22. If I wait 6 months and the trend continues the way it's tracking, I'm looking at either a higher per ounce cost or a smaller canister at the same price. I locked in roughly 17 cents per ounce. That's a meaningful number over a year of daily brewing. Ground coffee stores beautifully. Keep it sealed, away from heat and light. And a vacuum sealed container can last 12 to 18 months without meaningful flavor loss. If you have a cool pantry or a spare cabinet, stocking 3 to 5 canisters right now is genuinely smart. This isn't hoarding. This is budgeting forward. You make coffee every day. You don't want to be caught paying 30% more per cup because you waited. Next up is product number 2, paper towels. And I know you've heard about this one, but most people don't realize how deep the reduction has already gone. The Bounty Select A size roll that used to have 110 sheets is now commonly sold in configurations with 90 or 99 sheets. The packaging has gotten slightly taller or wider to compensate visually, but the sheet count is down. Per sheet, you're paying noticeably more than you were in 2023. A warehouse operations contact told me that the sheet count reduction started as a pandemic-era cost measure and were never reversed because consumers adapted without complaint. I stocked up on a 12-roll pack at Walmart a few weeks ago, paid just under $14. That's about $1.16 per roll. The per sheet math on the older 110 count configuration would have been cheaper If I wait and the trend continues, especially heading into summer when demand typically spikes, I expect that price per roll to move up. Paper towels store for years, literally. As long as they stay dry and away from moisture, a pack of paper towels in a garage, closet, or basement will outlast almost any supply chain disruption you can think of. There's zero downside to buying 2 extra packs right now. Don't be the person buying paper towels at a marked up price during a crunch. Stock up while the math still makes sense. Product number 3 is orange juice. And this one is having a serious moment in 2026. Not in a good way for shoppers. Florida citrus greening disease has now decimated enough of the domestic orange crop that OJ prices have become genuinely unstable. A 52-ounce carton of Tropicana that sat at around $3.50 in 2022 is regularly sitting between $5 and $6 at Walmart today. And the carton itself has subtly shrunk in some product lines from 52 ounces to 46 ounces, while the price held or increased. Retail analysts tracking the juice category have flagged continued upward pressure through at least mid-2026 due to constrained domestic supply. I bought 6 half-gallon cartons of a store brand OJ during a recent sale and got them at $4.80 each. That's a savings compared to the name brand equivalent. Now, orange juice has a shorter shelf life than most pantry items, typically about 2 to 3 weeks once open. But unopened and refrigerated, it holds well to the best by date. If you have a second fridge or a cooler pantry space, rotating through a small stockpile makes real sense. Frozen concentrate is another option here. It stores for up to 12 months in a standard freezer and costs significantly less per serving than ready-to-drink cartons. This is a place where the format switch saves you money. OJ prices are not coming down. The supply pressure is structural. Lock in what you can in the format that works for your household. Product number 4 is laundry detergent. And this is one of the most consistently shrinkflated categories in American retail. In 2026, the trend is accelerating. Tide Original in the 92-ounce bottle used to deliver 64 loads. The current 92-ounce offering delivers 59 loads in many formulations because the concentration has been quietly adjusted. You're getting fewer loads per dollar without any change to the label size or the price. A retail pricing analyst I follow who tracks consumer packaged goods flagged this specific shift as one of the most invisible cost transfers happening right now in the detergent aisle. I picked up 2 92-ounce bottles of Tide on a Walmart rollback recently at just over $12 each. That's roughly 20 cents per load based on the current count. If the per load yield drops further, which the data suggests it will, that same purchase becomes more expensive per use without any change to the sticker price. I save the equivalent of about 6 loads per bottle just by buying now versus later. Liquid detergent stores exceptionally well. Unopened, it holds its effectiveness for 9 months to a year easily. Sealed bottles in a cool, dry location in a basement shelf, a utility closet, are a completely practical stock-up item. I keep 4 to 6 bottles on hand and rotate through them. Your laundry doesn't stop. Your detergent shouldn't either. Stack it now. Product number 5 is canned tuna, a pantry workhorse, protein, shelf life, versatility, and right now it's quietly shrinking at a pace most shoppers haven't clocked. The standard can of Starkist Chunk Light tuna was 5 ounces for decades. Over the past few years, it dropped to 4.5 ounces. Some varieties are now appearing in Walmart at 4 ounces, a 20% reduction from the original, while the per can price has actually gone up. That's a double hit. Less product, higher cost. A consumer goods tracking report I reviewed noted that global tuna supply constraints combined with rising fuel costs for fishing fleets have created persistent upward margin pressure throughout the canned fish category. I bought a 12 pack of Starkist Chunk Light at Walmart recently and paid just over $10. That's about 85 cents per can for 4.5 ounce cans. The equivalent protein cost at a deli or fresh counter is dramatically higher. And if the can shrinks to 4 ounces at the same price point, which the trend strongly suggests, I'll have saved over $1 per pack in effective protein value. Canned tuna is one of the best long-term storage foods you can buy. Sealed cans hold their quality for 3 to 5 years easily. Store them in a cool pantry away from humidity, and they will be just as good years from now. A case or two under a shelf is a completely reasonable household decision. This is not glamorous food prep. It's just smart, and when you need it, you'll be glad it's there. Product number 6 is shredded cheese. I buy this every single week. This one genuinely got under my skin when I realized what had happened. The standard bag of Kraft shredded cheese, cheddar, mozzarella, Mexican blend, was traditionally sold in an 8-ounce bag. That's half a pound. Many Walmart locations have now shifted to featuring the 7-ounce bag as the primary shelf facing for the same price range. That's a 12.5% reduction. Sounds small, but over a year of weekly purchases, that's nearly a full pound of cheese you're not getting for the money you're spending. Dairy industry pricing reports have pointed to ongoing feed cost and processing pressures that make further reductions likely in the 12-month window ahead. I grabbed 4 bags of a store brand shredded mozzarella during a recent Walmart run, paid $2.48 per bag at 8 ounces. The name brand equivalent in a 7-ounce bag was $2.62 at the same store. I was paying more for less without a recognizable brand advantage. That math is completely backwards. Shredded cheese freezes exceptionally well. This is something a lot of people don't realize. Toss a sealed bag directly in the freezer, and it holds for up to 6 months with no meaningful quality loss. It might clump slightly, but it melts and cooks just fine. Buying extra bags during a sale and freezing them immediately is one of the most practical stock-up moves in the grocery store. You use cheese constantly. Don't let the bag shrink without fighting back. Now we're at product number 7. And this is the one I told you about at the beginning. You won't believe how far this has gone. Dish soap seems like a small category. It's inexpensive. People don't think about it strategically. But what's happened to Dawn dish soap in particular over the last 18 months is a textbook case of quiet consumer extraction. The classic Dawn bottle used to be 21.6 ounces in the standard size. It moved to 19.4 ounces. The current standard configuration appearing most prominently at Walmart has quietly landed at 18 ounces in many shelf facings, a reduction of over 16% from where it was 2 years ago. The price, meanwhile, has moved up. A supply chain consultant who monitors the household cleaning category flagged this specific brand as one of the most aggressive shrinkflation stories in the non-food CPG segment. I went to my local Walmart and bought 5 bottles of Dawn Platinum, the 18-ounce current configuration, at $2.47 each, total of $12.35. If I'd been buying at the old 21.6-ounce configuration at a proportional price, I would have needed fewer bottles to hit the same total fluid ounces. Effectively, I'm paying about 13% more per ounce than I was paying 2 years ago, and most people have no idea. Dish soap stores indefinitely. Seriously, there's no meaningful expiration. A cool, dry shelf and a sealed bottle means dish soap you buy today will work just as well 2 or 3 years from now. This is one of the easiest stock-up items in the entire store because there is zero waste risk. Stock it, stack it, forget about it, and when prices climb further, and they will, you'll just reach into your supply and smile. Product number 8 is frozen waffles. Fast, easy, family-friendly, and quietly getting smaller. Eggo frozen waffles, the kind sitting in almost every American freezer, have seen their box count shift in ways that are easy to miss. The The family size box configuration has moved in some varieties from 16 waffles to 12 waffles with minimal packaging change. The box is slightly thinner, the count drops, and the price either holds or increases. For a household running through a box a week, that's 16 fewer waffles per month for the same spend. A grocery category analyst tracking the frozen breakfast segment noted that ingredient and cold chain logistics costs have driven quiet count reductions across multiple brands in the past year. I bought 3 boxes of Eggo Homestyle at my local Walmart recently and paid $3.48 each. The unit price per waffle is creeping up. Buying now while supply is stable and prices haven't fully adjusted to the latest cost inputs is just smart rotation shopping. Frozen waffles keep for 9 to 12 months in a standard home freezer. Buy 2 or 3 extra boxes, stack them in the back, and rotate through them. If you have kids who eat these every morning, this is one of the easiest wins in this entire video. Buy ahead, eat the same, spend less. Your mornings don't need to get more expensive. Plan for it now. Product number 9 is Greek yogurt. It's become a breakfast staple for millions of households. And the container you're buying right now is almost certainly not the same container you were buying 3 years ago. The standard individual serve cup of Chobani and similar brands moved from 6 ounces to 5.3 ounces several years ago. That shift is now fully baked in. But the multi-serve tub sizes are the new battleground. A 32-ounce tub of plain Greek yogurt at Walmart has been edging toward 28-ounce configurations in some brands, while the price per unit stays anchored in the $5 to $6 range. Dairy supply chain reports indicate that milk protein concentrate costs, a key input for Greek yogurt, remain elevated, and further net weight reductions are expected across budget and mid-tier brands. I picked up 4 32-ounce tubs of great value plain Greek yogurt, Walmart's store brand, at $4.97 each. The per ounce cost on the store brand still beats the name brands significantly, but the trend is clear and the store brand follows eventually. Getting in now on the larger format at the current price is the right move. Greek yogurt has a 3 to 4 week refrigerator shelf life, and it also freezes well. Frozen Greek yogurt loses its smooth texture but works perfectly in smoothies, baked goods, or as a cooking ingredient. If you have freezer space, buying an extra tub and freezing it for smoothie applications is a zero waste strategy. Protein costs money. Shrinkflation is already here in this category. Move now. Product number 10 is pasta sauce. It's in nearly every pantry. It's a quick dinner fallback, and the jar is not what it used to be. Ragu and Prego, the 2 dominant shelf brands at Walmart, have both quietly adjusted their standard jar sizes over the past 2 years. The jar that was 24 ounces is now commonly 22 or 23 ounces in the standard configuration, and the premium varieties in some stores are at 20 ounces. The label design is largely unchanged. The price is the same or slightly higher. A retail merchandising source with visibility into the grocery category noted that tomato commodity prices combined with glass packaging cost increases have made the 24-ounce jar an increasingly difficult margin equation for major brands. I bought a case of 12 jars of a name brand marinara during a Walmart sale last month. Came in at $2.24 per jar for the 23-ounce size. Even at that price, if the jar shrinks to 20 ounces at the same or higher price, which history says it will, I've locked in savings per serving. A case of 12 jars at current weight and pricing is a genuinely good pantry move. Canned and jarred pasta sauce stores for 2 years easily. The pantry shelf life is one of the longest in the grocery store for a ready-to-use product. No special storage needed. Cool, dry, and dark is all it takes. Stock a case, your Tuesday night pasta will thank you. Product number 11 is body wash, And this is a perfect example of shrinkflation hiding in plain sight. Dove body wash, one of the best sellers in Walmart's personal care aisle, ran in a standard 20-ounce bottle for years. The current prominent shelf configuration in many Walmart stores has moved to 17.5 ounces in the standard size, with the 22-ounce and 28-ounce formats being pushed as the value play. The entry-level price point has stayed similar even as the ounce count dropped. A personal care industry pricing tracker noted that surfactant and fragrance input costs have been the primary driver of quiet size reductions across the body wash category since late 2024. I bought 4 bottles of a mid-tier body wash, 20 ounces each, on clearance at Walmart at $2.97 each. That's about 15 cents per ounce. The current standard 17.5 ounce bottle at the same shelf price is closer to 18 to 19 cents per ounce. Over a year of daily showers for a household, that difference is real money. Body wash stores for 2 to 3 years unopened. And there's no temperature sensitivity as long as you avoid extreme heat. A bathroom cabinet, a linen closet, a shelf in the basement, all perfectly fine. This is a stock-up item with essentially no waste risk and a long horizon. You shower every day. Your body wash budget doesn't need to creep up. Lock in your supply. And product number 12 is where we finish. Peanut butter, the ultimate pantry anchor, affordable protein, long shelf life, loved by almost everyone. And it is quietly shrinking in 2026 in ways that should genuinely alarm budget-conscious shoppers. Jif and Skippy, both sold prominently at Walmart, ran their standard jar at 18 ounces for years. Several product line variants have moved to 16-ounce jars as the primary shelf size, with the 40-ounce and 48-ounce bulk formats being positioned as the upgrade. The effective per-ounce price on the standard jar has risen as a result. Peanut crop yield reports from the southeastern United States have shown below-average harvests in 2 of the past 3 growing seasons, and commodity analysts tracking nut butters expect continued upward price pressure through 2026. I went to Walmart and bought 2 40-ounce jars of Jif Creamy in the larger format at $6.48 each. That's about 16 cents per ounce. The 16-ounce standard jar at $2.97 comes in at around 18.5 cents per ounce. Buying the larger format saves me money per ounce and protects me if prices rise or the jar shrinks further. Over a year of regular use, that difference adds up significantly. Unopened peanut butter has a shelf life of 6 to 9 months at room temperature and up to a year past the best by date in many cases. In the refrigerator, open peanut butter holds for 3 to 4 months easily. Natural peanut butter has a slightly shorter window, but conventional brands like Jif and Skippy are formulated for extended shelf stability. Stock 2 to 4 jars beyond your current use and rotate. Peanut butter is one of the most calorie-dense, affordable, versatile foods in the grocery store. It's a real budget protector, and right now, buying ahead is the smartest thing you can do. So here's what I want you to see. These 12 items are not random. They're not a coincidence. They share a pattern that runs through every category in the American grocery store right now. When input costs rise, whether that's crop yields, energy, packaging, labor, or shipping, companies don't raise the price and tell you they shrink the product and hope you don't notice. They've been doing it for decades. But in 2026, the pace has accelerated, and the categories being hit are exactly the things you buy most often. Coffee, dish soap, cheese, tuna, pasta sauce, peanut butter. These are not luxury items. These are the backbone of a household grocery run. The good news, and I want to be clear about this, is that you have a real advantage right now. You know what's happening. Most people don't. Most people will walk into Walmart 3 months from now, grab the same items they always grab, and just feel vaguely frustrated that their total is higher. They won't know why. They won't have done anything about it. You can be different, not by panic buying, not by clearing shelves, but by being intentional, buying 1 or 2 extra units of the things you know you'll use, choosing larger formats where the per unit math makes sense. freezing what can be frozen, storing what stores well. This is how financially aware households protect themselves quietly, practically. Before the crowd catches on, the window is still open, but it won't be open forever. If this video helped you today, if even one of these items makes you think differently about your next Walmart run, please hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps more people find this information. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it. I cover retail trends, shrinkflation alerts, stock up strategies, and supply chain shifts every single week. And the next video is already in the works, and it's going to be just as eye-opening as this one. I put this content out because I want you and your family to stay ahead, not panicked, not reactive, just prepared. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being the kind of person who pays attention, and I'll see you in the next one.